Hello, y'all. How you doing? How's everybody? Hello, Missy. If everybody over here wants to go over to there or stay here, it don't matter. There's Uncle. So I have officially put in my retirement paperwork. Hello, Lily. Is your mom home from work? Got that done. Yes, it has. I agree. I agree with you, Missy. It has been a long week. Well, tonight is 1,000 Ways to Die. Now, I know that's a crazy thing. There used to be a show on, and I used to love to watch it. And even like when you watch the actual show, and I don't even know what I think you can even go back. I don't know if it's Netflix or Peacock, but you can actually go back and watch it. And the show was 1,000 Ways to Die. And they even put comedy to it and the videos that goes with it. There's Terry, hi there. And so it was I can't say it was a funny show, but the way that they put the comedy to it and everything, I liked it. But I have 20 reasons tonight. I hope that's enough. There are 1,000, so we can definitely have a few parts to this. So I tried to do a variety of different kinds. Some are not so interesting, and some are very stupid, actually. But but yeah, if you guys ever want to go back and like watch the show, look for it. It's 1,000 Ways to Die. I don't know if it's Netflix or it aired. This was an American docu-fiction TV series, and it aired on Spike TV, if you guys remember that, and it was on from 2008 to 2012. And also, I got these stories. I went through and was going through all of the stories. Missy sent them to me, and all the names in here, they're not their real names. They're all changed for privacy and and all that. But the stories are actually real stories. That's the one thing about the show, is they actually picked real stories that were documented either by an ambulance, a hospital, police. They're all true stories. So let's begin. So the first one it's called Harry Whodunit. So if you guys remember Harry Houdini, a docu-fiction, I don't know. I copied it off of the thing. I'm assuming it's like a docu-series. It's a docu-fiction TV series, and they're true stories of how people died. But the show was the story sucked, but the way that they did it, like I said, they did kind of put a little bit of and they actually did like a remade video of each one of them. And it made you chuckle a little bit. But anyway, okay. So Harry Houdini proved that he could cheat death by doing a barrage of crazy shit. Y'all remember all that. One day, Houdini was at home and sitting out front, and one of his fans that lived down the street or whatever was just walking by his house. And he and Houdini started talking, and the fan wanted to know if Houdini was invincible to pain, since, he did all these crazy things and never acted like he was in pain or anything. So Houdini accepted the challenge. So the fan gave Houdini some pretty good punches to the gut. Houdini stood strong, proving the fan right. Houdini did not feel pain. Well, the fan walked away very proud. However, 9 days later, Houdini collapsed due to septic shock of his ruptured appendix, sending him to heaven. So those seemingly harmless punches from the fan had set in motion Houdini's death clock. So that was, and when I found these, I wrote them word for word as they were written. So I didn't make these words up. I've heard of Houdini, and I don't think I ever paid attention enough to realize what he passed from. I never knew it was from that until I just read that today. Because of all the shows that I did watch, I never saw that one. There is a couple of these that I saw in the show, but not that one. He had appendicitis and peritonitis, which is peritonitis of his appendix, right? Because this is saying that he'd had a septic shock, his appendix ruptured. So I don't know. I'm just listen. These stories are claimed to be true stories by the maker of this show, so I'm just going by what's written. I can nor confirm nor deny. Peritonitis, which is the inflammation of the appendix. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if the punches actually, maybe he did truly get the punches, but maybe that was already in motion. Maybe the appendicitis was already in motion when he took the punches, and that could have caused it to burst as well. I don't know. So I don't know if it happened, if it was actually started before he took the punches or not. Is that what that means? Okay. They just say on there, when you're looking at the show, it says that they're all true stories. So the next one is called She-Mand, also known as Wet and Dry. So the burly and not very girly Lydia got paid by making wimpy men get off. One day, she stupidly mixed drugs with alcohol, and during her performance, Lydia started flopping like a beached whale and drowned on dry land. That's exactly the words they said. That was a very short story. It didn't even have much to that one. So that's a very common death, though, is mixing drugs with alcohol. But that was called She-Mand. Oh, I accidentally ripped it. Shit. Okay. The next one is called Sumo mode. Sumo-mode, like mowing the yard. Harold was a rich man's son who thought he could coast his way through life until he put on a sumo suit, fell down a cliff, landing on the road, and got hit by a car. Normally, if people, I'm not sure. I didn't get the whole story. So I'm not sure why he put on the sumo suit to begin with. Hey, Rumpa. What? I'm not sure why he put on the sumo suit and was on the side of a cliff to begin with, but he fell down the cliff and landed on the road and got hit by a damn car. So probably that just, you can only hope that when he fell down the cliff that he just was done when he hit the road. Maybe he didn't even feel getting hit by a car. Yeah, there has to be more to the story. That's what was written. That's what I wrote. The next one is called Furdered. So, or it's also known as a wardrobe malfunction. So, Henry was a hunter. He spent all of his time in the middle of nowhere hunting and trapping while wearing the skins of the animals he has hunted. Now, Henry stopped to drink some water at a stream. Hi, Marshall. How you doing? Then, boom, while he was drinking water, another hunter mistook Henry for a wild animal due to him wearing the animal skin. He was shot with a long-range rifle that shattered him and sent him to heaven, is how that was worded. So furdered is murdered while wearing animal fur, I guess. Furdered. All righty. So I'm not, if you're in a hunting location where people hunt, why the fuck would you put on an animal skin and go moseying on and stop to drink some water? And people's going to mistake you as a fucking animal. No, they're not. They're not very descriptive, but there's some of them that are longer than others, and I don't have the best writing, so I have to try to keep it where I can fucking read it too. So he must have had a death wish. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Well, I think in his mind, he was out hunting, and if he put on the animal furs, then the animals weren't as scared as thinking it was a human. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming. I wasn't there, so I don't know what the fuck was going through his mind. Well, apparently a bullet though from a long range rifle. I just like. I'm a nosy bitch. So I want to know what all happened. What happened to the guy that shot him? He can't be blamed for that, because if he thought it was a fucking animal and the guy's laying there dead with an animal skin on, like he's not going to be charged for that. That's what I'm saying, Rita. He should have expected something like that to happen. Maybe he didn't realize that other hunters were there at the same time he was. Like, I don't know, but that was a dumb idea, I think. I can't say Henry there was very smart up there. Right? You're eating yogurt. So I bought this big thing of wonderful strawberries, and I got them all washed and cut up, and we got vanilla ice cream, and that's just wonderful. Skip the short ones. What's the last thing that went through the mind of the bug on the windshield? A piece of glass? Is it a joke? I don't know. What's the last thing that went through the mind of the bug? The bug's ass. It's true. There's a song that sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Oh God, there's so many days I feel like I'm a fucking bug. But then there's some days that I just feel like I'm a windshield and everything and their freaking mother has hit me and knocked my ass down. Okay, moving on. Falling down on the job. So Mike is a lazy construction worker. He needs to climb up to the top of the building, and his technique is to use a counterweight as a human elevator to hoist himself up. But the rope snaps when he's almost at the top, causing Mike to fall to his death. Rumpa's always acting freaky. Who you kidding, Lily? Lily, you haven't met Rumpa. Rumpa's crazy. And I had my shirt on today and it said, I try to control my crazy, but the lid keeps popping off. That's the shirt I wore today. Yeah, that was it of that story. That was totally it of that story. So he fell to his death. I don't even know how many stories up it was. The rope snaps when he was almost at the top, causing Mike to fall to his death. I don't know any other info. I would have it if it listed what happened, it would let it pop. What do you mean let it pop? I don't know how to pronounce this word for the next one. It's a habeas, Habeas, corpse. Habeas, corpse. Anyway, I don't know how to fucking say it. No judging. The lid. Oh, got it. I got it. You washed your bum. Okay. Oh my gosh. Lily, what CD did you buy? I never know what's going to pop out of your mouth. So like when you say something like that, I got to prepare myself just in case something. Anywho, the habeas corpse, Habeas. Don't know how to say it. Oh, well, if it's wrong. Ian was impressed with his law firm's new office. But he was most impressed with himself. He's one of those. He loves to flirt with the women in the office. He had a joke he would play to impress the ladies. And on the 40th floor in a conference room, he would get a running start and throw himself into the window. So it was tempered glass, and it would always make him bounce back. Jagged Little Pill. Oh, that's a good one. I love Alanis Morissette. So it was tempered glass and it would always bounce him back. But this time, his Rolex watch hit the glass first. And he went right through and the shattered glass, falling 40 stories to his death. Yeah, I don't. Just imagine, though. Just imagine you minding your own little business. Say you're in New York City. And you're visiting, right? And you don't walk around looking up. You just kind of look in front of you. And just imagine if you're walking and a freaking body going right in front of you. What the fuck would you do? Like I would be like, holy shit. And I would want to like look at it. What the fuck just happened? And then I'd be looking up to see, well, was he pushed? You're Your grandma called earlier and it went to your voicemail. What do you mean you oh God. Well, why didn't you answer, Lily? I love Alanis Morissette. That's going to be, yeah, I would probably wet my pants. I would definitely probably wet my britches if I'm walking along and a body just falls out of the sky and lands in front of me and, you know, splatters and the bones breaking and legs look backwards and, you know, all that shit. Oh, I got you. Oh. So. Barry over here says he was the first one out of the Twin Towers. Yeah, like I just I don't I mean I don't know. I think I would probably have some dreams about that for a little bit. I think might have to take some anxiety medication because that would just constantly replay in my mind over and over and you know like a little movie and I don't I've had that happen and it ain't fucking fun when I've had to deal with someone passing away in my hands on duty. You know, as an officer, that shit happens, or you watch them die, or you watch them commit, you know, suicide, and it fucks with you. It really fucks with you. So I don't know. I think that would probably be one of those times that you actually witness something, and that would really fuck me up, and I wouldn't sleep. And yes, yes, and I think I watched the same one on Netflix. It was called Jumpers on 9/11. Now that's something else. I don't know if I would have balls to do if I was up on the 80 something, I don't know if I could jump out of a fucking window 80 stories because there ain't nobody down there to fucking catch your ass. And you know what's going to happen. You know, there ain't nothing down. You know, you are about to die. Even though, well, I mean, you know, you're going to die up there. If I had the choice, I'm going to stay up there and just, I can't. That's going to fucking hurt. There's no, that would. Anyway, the next one we're gonna move on. It's called Guitar Zeros. Y'all remember the show? Y'all remember the game Guitar Heroes? Well, this is called Guitar Zeros. So, best friends. I'm assuming they're Asian because it was Li and Feng, Li and Feng. Li and Feng were best friends. They're inseparable duo, and they even have the same job at the toy store. At night and mostly on weekends, they both rock out to heavy metal with loud music blasting from their apartment. They jam. Their jamming includes air guitars, air drums, moshing, headbanging, and screaming. One night during their jam fest, they were jumping on the bed, but next to the bed was an open window. You already know where this is going. I already knew. You already know where it's going. Li jumped on the bed, but slipped and fell out the window, falling 6 feet down to his death. And now Feng witnessed his friend die, so then he jumped out the window to join him in his death. And they were both laying there dead, like feet apart. So one accidentally fell out the window, and the other one saw it and then purposely jumped out. That's some true fucking friendship right there, huh? That's I'm not sure, you know. It doesn't actually show the jumpers. in the show that I watched from 9/11, it was just going through and telling and people from the like survivors that actually got out, and it would have them telling their story, or it would be a family member telling the story of their family member that was calling and like leaving a voicemail. Um, yeah. So it will play a video. Yeah, it'll have some of the firemen and the police telling their stories about that day and talking about how they could hear. Hey, Spirit Stalker. It would be talking about how they could hear the jumpers just hit the ground. And it was just one after another one. There was so many of them jumping from up there. And the police and the fire and all of them were saying that they could just hear them hitting the ground. And I guess if you looked up, I don't know, there was a lot of smoke or whatever the fuck that was, but I don't know. Apparently you could see them falling as well, jumping. That's another thing that would fuck me up. I think if I was a cop up there and I had to respond to that, I think that would probably fuck me up pretty good too. Okay, so the next one is called Bubbled Out. So Billy and Dave were brothers, and daily they would test their role-playing skills. Oh, it has to be creepy. It has to be. But the thing is, you don't hear like bones breaking. All you hear is a bam, because they're falling on top of cars or hitting the road or hitting rubble or whatever. And it's just a loud thump. You don't hear, anyway. Daily they would test their role-playing skills. Okay, so one day they go to a market, and one of them sees some Mentos, and he explained to his brother that when Mentos is mixed with soda, it will erupt. Everybody knows this. Everybody has seen it. It's all over. If you put the Mentos in the soda, it explodes and takes off. And okay, so they both drank and finished a Coca-Cola. And then they took the Mentos and split it between the two, and they ate them all real fast. The buildup in their stomachs caused soda to shoot out of their mouths and nose. And at the same time, their stomachs basically exploded, leaving both of their dead bodies laying there. That would be, I think that would be painful. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop that from exploding out of your stomach. Like, what do you, if they didn't know about it, why wouldn't they do it in like a like a plastic soda, like a 2-liter, just to see how it works first, instead of just, oh, hey, Chrissy. Ew. I mean, I like Mentos and I like Coca-Cola, but I definitely ain't going to do them together. Mm-mm. No way, no how. Nope. No. All right. So the next one is called Vertigo Going Gone. Lee is a sociopath who was just fired from his job. He collected his belongings and walked out grumbling about his anger. Lee decided that he was going to add his name to the list of workplace shootings in the U.S. He climbed to the top of an oak tree and waits for the former boss to come outside. While waiting, he started sneezing, not realizing that he was allergic to oak pollen. The boss came out and he pointed a single shot bolt action rifle at the boss, but he missed his shot because of his sneezing, which caused vertigo, and he fell out of the tree and fell to his death. Alka-Seltzer and seagulls. Well, I couldn't see where Alka-Seltzer would be good for any bird. I don't think that would be, that's kind of mean to do to a bird, isn't it? I don't know, but how do you, I guess he's never climbed a tree before. Like, how do you climb to a top of an oak tree and just sit there fucking sneezing, and you miss because you sneeze, and then you got vertigo and fell out of the fucking tree? The seagulls explode. Oh my God, that poor thing. A lot of fishermen do that to the seagulls. That's not nice. Why? Well, I know they're trying to steal their fish, but come on, you don't want to kill them. I can't kill an animal on purpose. A bug? Abso-fucking-lutely. Spiders. Oh my God. When me and Terry and Rita were out there working on the old house, and there was a damn scorpion. And then was it that day? I know I saw one a couple of days before they came, but did I see another one that day? I don't remember. I'll kill, if it's an insect of any kind, I'm gonna kill it. Wasps. I don't do bugs, things that fucking sting, roaches, spiders, no, I don't do any fucking insect. No. Mm-mm. Okay, the next one is called red, white, and blue. Bernie and his buddies were celebrating the 4th of July by getting drunk. For weeks, Bernie has been planning a homemade firework launcher and a crudely made bomb. When it failed to work, he looked down the barrel of the launcher and it exploded in his face, causing his buddies to witness his face get blown off and to his death. I don't think I would like that either. I don't want to watch somebody's face get blown off. Oh, excuse me. I haven't slept well the last couple nights. Ugh. So, yeah. Okay. The next one is called Doggy Style. Zach, who's an alcoholic, entered a liquor store to get more alcohol to drink. While in the store, he opted to steal some items from the shelves along with a hot dog. He was confronted by the store owner and then he fled the store. He put the hot dog in his mouth when he was running so he wouldn't have to hold it. While running, the hot dog slid back and down into his trachea, causing him to choke to death. There's always a drunken fuck around and find out every 4th of July. Somebody's fingers are getting blown off. You know, you hear about it every year on 4th and on New Year's. I've responded to calls with people with hands blown off. You would think from hearing other stories or even just using your common fucking sense not to fucking blow your hand off. They still do it. So, yeah. So he choked on the hot dog after he was being chased for stealing some stuff out of the liquor store. Man. The shit people do. You just have to question what the fuck's going on in their mind. But then you're like, well, nothing. This guy's fucking drunk and all he wants is some food and more alcohol. Idiot. Okay, the next one is called Pussy Whipped. So Peter agrees to take care of his girlfriend's cat while she's out of town. And he hates cats. He's allergic to them, but he agreed to make his girlfriend happy. He started drinking and tried to kick the cat, but he missed by a mile. Get this page turned. He slips on the damn rug that he's standing on. He slips on the rug that he's standing on, and he hits his head on the fireplace slab and then goes unconscious in the process. While he's unconscious, his body rolled off the slab and his face lands face down in the cat's water bowl, which caused him to drown. Really? Shouldn't have tried to kick the cat. I mean, what's the point? You're doing this. You hate cats. You're allergic to cats, but yet you're going to do it just to make your girlfriend happy. If you know by kicking the cat's going to make your girlfriend unhappy, why would you do that? Which now caused you to die. There, that's exactly right, Chrissy. It's karma. I tell you. No, I don't think the cat ate him. I think he drowned. But like he drowned. So what happened? I mean, how much longer was the girlfriend out of town? Like, this is the shit I want to know. How much longer was the girlfriend out of town? Like, did she come home and find him? Or was she have the police go do a welfare check? Like, how long was she out of town for? And, you know, did the cat get any water after his face was in it? Like I don't know. I think of the dumbest shit though. Like, where's the cat going to get? I guess the cat, he, she, it, whatever its pronouns are, could probably drink out of the toilet like dogs do. You drink out of the toilet, Chrissy? Get out of here. Okay, so the next one is called A Work of Fart, not a work of art. It's a work of fart. Okay, so Arnold was a freak in training for his frat house's fart competition. He hired Max Beers, who was known as the gas master, for the reason that he has the best sphincter workout. After a bunch of workouts, Max was ready to give Arnold a test burn. They weren't aware of just how flammable farts were because of the amount of methane gas. Max lights a lighter in front of Arnold's butt, and Arnold lets it rip. His fart caught Max on fire. They freaked out and couldn't get the fire out, and Max later died in the hospital from his burns. That was responding to thinking things. Thinking things. Oh, I know what you're saying. Like, I was Yes, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So yeah, that is so. He didn't stop, drop, and roll. I don't think like they're in college, right? Because it said the frats, his frat houses fart competition, so they had to be in college. So they must be like first year college students, right? To not know that your farts are methane gas, right? That are flammable. How do you not know that? I can't say I've ever heard, except for this time, of someone getting caught on fire by lighting the other one's fart. Well, I'm assuming he died later in the hospital from his burns. I'm assuming maybe he had facial hair or long hair, or maybe his clothes caught on fire and it was like third or fourth degree burns or whatever. I don't know, but apparently he later succumbed to his, you know. Yeah, no more lighting of the lighters around each other's booties around here. Okay. The next one is Huffington Toast. 3 paint huffers are getting high from a paint can. Then they find even stronger toxic chemicals, not knowing they were industrial grade solvents. One huffer asks another to pour the solvent on him so he can huff the smell directly from his clothes and stay high. However, it removed all of heat from his body. So he asked his buddies to warm him up by starting a fire. So they were all sitting around the fire, and he stood too close to the fire, and the solvents on his clothes ignited and engulfed him in flames. And he died in the hospital from protein loss and his burns. I just, you know, I guess if you're a huffer, you don't use your brain very much because you're frying it every time you huff, right? Like, I mean, does it make you that stupid? Does it really make you that? I just, I'm scared to even ask the question because, anyway. I forgot to write the title of this one down. All the other ones have actual titles, and I forgot to write this one down. So, the story of this one is Claude was a dying old man, and the only things keeping him alive was his respirator and his home nurse / French maid, Fifi. Fifi would perform strip teases for Claude as he could still climax. While performing for him this one evening, she wrapped herself with Christmas lights. She climbed right up on top of him, and his heart was beating, and the respirator started beeping, warning them of cardiac overload. The electricity went out, so Fifi got down and was trying the lights but couldn't get them to come on. Claude died of suffocation within a couple of minutes. It's just not like, was there too many things plugged in? Was the thing beeping going into cardiac overload? Like, did that overstimulate the plugs for the lights? Like, what happened for the electricity to go out? Was there just something that overloaded it? Were there too many things plugged in with her Christmas lights? And I don't fucking know all. She had these Christmas lights wrapped around her and lit up, I'm assuming, to, whatever. Wow. He must, I'm assuming he went with a smile. I'm assuming, until she got off of him and then maybe he couldn't breathe. And, it didn't say if he had the happy ending or not. I'm assuming that's what his goal was, since it did state in there that he was still able to climax. I guess I'm assuming he died happy. I'm assuming, but that's bad when the lights go out and the only thing keeping you alive is your fucking respirator. If I knew that respirator was the only thing keeping me alive, I'd have a fucking generator, something. Because if we get the wind blows too hard, the lights go out around here. So she blew a circuit. That's yep. Mm-hmm. She sure did. Wow. That's okay. Suck and blown. Zeke and Lyle were two scammers attempting to siphon gasoline from cars, hoping to make money by selling it on the market. Siphoning means you sucking out the gas from cars, gas tanks with a tube. However, they were not good at this and ended up swallowing more gas than collecting it. I already see where this is going. So they decided to use a traditional vacuum cleaner to siphon gas from this van faster. The vacuum's electric fan produced a spark. And when it combined with all the great amounts of gas, it caused a catastrophic explosion, killing the two wannabe scammers instantly. Now, I don't know if because they swallowed so much, I don't know if it went like and burnt their insides. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just said a catastrophic explosion. So I'm sure with all the gas from the van and in maybe the bucket that they're the siphoning into, but it made sure to say that they swallowed more than they says. They weren't good at it and ended up swallowing more gas than collecting it. So I'm assuming maybe all of that, I mean, that could light up your entire esophagus all the way down to your lungs, wouldn't it? And your belly, where you know what I mean? That just sounds like it's a painful death. That sounds like a painful, horrible death. They're not thinking. That's the problem. They're not. The next one is called I So Horny, but this is EYE. Body heat equals spontaneous combustion. No telling. So this next one is I So Horny. So Dell and Lonnie are two brothers and partners in a moonshine operation. Dell is what you get when your mom smokes, drinks, and huffs paint throughout her whole pregnancy. And Lonnie was tagged to be aborted, but his mom gave birth before she died. Now, Dell decides he's going to make a man out of Lonnie by making him a bullfighter. Dell decided to charge at a red towel Lonnie was waving with the mounted stuffed deer head. So he put a red towel on the horns of a stuffed deer head and was waving it. And so Dell was charging this red towel. So Dell trips over the bearskin rug, causing the antler of the deer head to impale Dell through the right eye and caused him to die instantly from massive hemorrhaging. Why? You just can't help but ask the question. What are you doing? That is some redneck shit right there. I'm assuming with the way that it's stated in here that Dell is what you get when your mom smokes, drinks, and huff paint. Maybe they weren't right or slow or something. Maybe, there was something wrong up there. I've got 3 more. This one is called Wanted. So Jack, who's an alcoholic, wanted to talk to Jill, Jack and Jill. Jack, an alcoholic, wanted to talk to Jill in order to make out with her. He gets ready for a fight with her boyfriend, Tim. So Jack tried to intimidate Tim by smashing a bottle, but cuts his hand open. He then turns into a laughing stock and runs away. A while later, he goes back to start the fight again. Before he could attack, he fell on the ground dead. Turns out, a small piece of glass entered his blood flow and went to his heart, where it caused internal bleeding and heart failure. So watch it when you're busting up some glass and you cut your finger or hand, not to get glass in your bloodstream. I ain't never heard of that in my life. Have y'all? And it had to be, think about that. It had to be big enough and sharp enough to slice you up in there to cause internal bleeding and heart failure. How did you not feel? I just don't know. I can't. I got questions. They need to be a little more detailed here because, yeah, it is a rare freak accident. It sure the fuck is. Okay. The next one is called Bird Brained. 3 girls went out in a limo for a bachelorette party. Denise, who is the bachelorette, was young and thought these couple sips of champagne was as drunk as she was going to get. Wrong. Her bestie pulls out a bottle of absinthe. Everybody knows what absinthe is. They all got very drunk, and Denise was hanging out of the roof of the limo. You know how it opens up, and she was standing in her whole upper body was out the window while they were driving. Suddenly, a low-flying pigeon flew into her mouth. The impact of this collision knocked her head back in a way that it broke her neck, and it shut down her brain functions. And her body fell straight back down into the car with the bird hanging out of her mouth. That's pretty fucked up that you open your mouth and a bird flies in there and breaks your damn neck. It's almost so ridiculous you can't believe it. Like, I really don't know what to say about that. Like, how do you... All right, and I have my last one, and it's called Have a Heart. Okay. Dan was a horny guy. He was always searching for different items that he could play with to please himself. Well, he ended up with an animal heart somehow. I don't know how he got it, but he ended up with an animal heart, and he decided to hook up some electric, these little, the clips, but they're electric. And he put 2 on there. I remember seeing, this is one of them I saw. And so he decided to hook up some little shockers to it so he could feel the little shops while having fun with it. Y'all know what that means. So he tested it out on a low setting, but he wanted a higher shock setting. While in the middle of intercourse with it, he had turned it up too high, and he was electrocuted through his penis, causing cardiac arrest. So you want to fuck an animal heart while it's hooked up with electric. Yeah, that makes so much sense, doesn't it? Like, and I remember in the show, they do like, the mock people, the fake people that doing the video is for the story. And it had the guy, and he showed how he was hooking up the electric things, and then it showed him like having sex with it, not like with it just from the behind or the side or whatever, and that he was shocked. He literally was electrocuted through his penis. I really there's nothing I can say about any of these because they're all just so fucking stupid. And I just used my last page of my notebook, so I'm going to have to get a new notebook. Last page of my notebook. So I am also an empath, and I'm my spirit channeler as well. That's why I have the tree of life and my chakras to protect me from evil. I read cards, and I ghost hunt. So yeah, I'm not sure why anybody would want to fuck electricity. That's yeah, uncle. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. You can probably see, like, I have my chakras, all my chakra stuff, my candles, my sage, all that. So we will definitely have a part 2 or part 3. I'm going to try to find, I will do 20 at a time. There are 1,000 ways to die, but I will try to do 20. Seems to be just the perfect time for the podcast. So I will have 20, maybe 21, 22. But Missy, thanks to Missy, she sent me the whole list of 1,000. And you go through. I just was going through and trying to pick the fucked up ones, and yeah. But there's just I remember seeing another one. I remember seeing the one, and she was out fishing. She was out with a friend of hers, and they were just standing on the end of a dock fishing. And she ended up catching something, and she was pulling and pulling, but the thing came back, and the fucking fish went in her mouth and it got lodged in her throat, and she choked to death. Fucking, yeah. With the fish laying out of her fucking mouth. That's one of them I watched. Like, I don't remember the whole story. It's been a long time since I've seen the show. Like, I think it said what, from 8 to 12. I need to find out. I know it aired on Spike TV. Is Spike TV still even on? Like, is that even a channel still? Like, can you even go on there? I'm gonna have to look. I don't know if Spike TV is still even on. Hearing these makes me think that's the tadpole that won. Yeah, I can't. You can't even think up anything to defend any of them because there's no the stupid decisions that they paid with their life. They paid with their life for a stupid decision. Oh man. So yeah, we'll have a part 2 on that. So my days have been so screwed up lately. I was going to have the podcast last night, but I worked outside and my back, I was in so much pain last night that I couldn't do it. I would have been sitting here just fucking crying with the pain trying to sit in this chair. But it was better today, and I didn't work on the house, so I'm going to have to take a couple of days off from that. Because doing that on top of all of my outside chores and the pools and cleaning them out and refilling and the water holes. They love the water holes though. That is Holly's favorite time of day. I actually sent Missy a video of Holly in the water hole today, and she's just the cutest darn thing. And everybody loves Screech's little noises, his little whines and yeah, the wrong tadpole. That's exactly. I saw you post that on your, I think it was your snap that I saw with the mama and the 2 babies. And we have a mama and 2 babies out back on my back side of the property back there. We usually have between 6 and 8 deer back there. And the other day I saw it with the 2 babies. And so now I know she has 2 babies. The babies still aren't coming out very much yet. Oh, yeah. They seem to just stay here year round. All the girls and their babies just stay here year round, and we love it. And I love having the wildlife in my yard. Oh, happy birthday to you, Spirit Stalker. I hope you had a wonderful day today. How old are you? I'm nosy. I will be 53 next month. July 6th, I will be 50 fucking 3. If I make it. If I survive surgery. I'm a nervous wreck. Oh, you're 54. Okay. Well, you're right there. You're 1 year older than me. And tomorrow is June 14th, and my daughter would have been 34 tomorrow. So tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. So y'all wish Christina happy birthday tomorrow. Think about her. She would have been a little mini me. That's scary. I'd sing to you, but I'm a really horrible singer. Now, if a group of us was here and the group of us sang to you, then absolutely. But everybody done haul ass if I start singing on here. Oh, goodness. Yeah. 34. That's what makes me feel old, knowing that my daughter would be 34 years old tomorrow. Leave that shit. Man. Anyway. So, let me think. Oh, today is Thursday. I've got, let's see, Friday, Saturday, day. Maybe I will have a Sunday fun day. Let me see how I feel on Sunday. If not Sunday, it'll be Monday. So we will either be Sunday or Monday. And I will have something to talk about. Again, I always say it. Thank you guys so much. If you guys ever find a funny, sad, serious, whatever topic, send it to me and we'll have it. And I'll even bring you on as a guest. You have a 34-year-old daughter as well? Here we go. We're a lot alike then. To the ass spray. Oh my God almighty. That ass spray was so funny. And I did go back and watch it, and it's just hysterical. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're just ridiculous. Our last podcast was ridiculous. It's so stupid. You have two 36 and 35. Youngest just turned 30. So you have, damn. All righty. You're pranking your other people that's using your truck. Oh my God, that's funny. You are fart spraying the freaking work trucks. That is hysterical, Uncle. You need to get that on video, though, when somebody gets in it. And then tag me in it. That's hilarious. Oh goodness. Okay. So yeah, I'll be having it'll be Sunday or Monday. I'll definitely have a couple podcasts before my surgery. The surgery is June 25th. If I didn't confirm with everyone, my surgery is June 25th. I go on the 18th to Gainesville for my pre-op and get sized for my neck brace. From there, that's all the info I have. I'll find out all the rest I need to know on the 18th at my pre-op appointment. So I'll keep everybody posted. And I will be live over here on Clapper for a little while longer if you want to come and join us over there. I love all of you so much. See you next time.